All right. Quick messages for this second 5-5 portal. We had one on 5-5, and tomorrow is 5-1-4, which is also 5-5. I'm just making this shit up as I go, you guys. Just making it up. Sounded good. 5-5, another 5-5. And my man just texted me, so good sign. He's a life path 5, so he knows. He knows what I'm doing. Oh, he's over here. I see. Thank you. Thank you. That's a good sign too. All right, let's see what's going on. I don't want this to be too long. And I pulled out a deck that I haven't had out in a while because it terrifies me. Because there's so much going. Look at this card that I just pulled. There's so much going on. There's so much going on. So Pachamama, I love that. It's 38, which is 11, which is an amazing number for me. She with the Andean emerald heart. I want to intuit. Give me a second. There are a lot of animals on here. There's a albino bison. There's an owl. There's a wolf. There's a tiger. There's a hummingbird straight in her heart that is representing the emerald heart. I'm guessing there are two faces. Look at these two faces that are completely symmetrical with hawk heads, hawk like hats, not hats, headdress, hawk headdresses. There's a horse. Is that a horse? Yeah. There's a horse. There's a bunch of hummingbirds. There's a toucan. There's butterflies. Seriously, that's a lot of animals. And being 11, 11 is an angelic number. It also can symbolize divine union within and without. It is both. I don't remember Pachamama, though. I should remember. I'm going to read it and go, oh, yeah, that's who she is. Pachamama, the goddess of the earth, Aminda, honored by the indigenous peoples of the Andes, holds space for many different creatures to live within her field, including the crazy, beautiful, dangerous, and divine humanity. She knows that life thrives through diversity. She's also able to foster life with such genius and just generosity because there's no fear preventing her from holding space for the new to emerge. Be open to the new and the different in yourself and your life. Trust, like the Earth Mother, as an act of devotion. She is watching over you as you evolve to manifest the fullness of your sacred and original life purpose. Very cool. And so in a reading right away, it says, don't hold back from what's happening. Things need to change, so let them change. This is huge. Like, this is everything that I'm getting for this time frame for everybody is we are all on a new path. If you have not experienced big change, then you're resisting it right now. And that's okay. We resist. It's our nature. We do it. The universe will eventually tear the things that need to go from your life away from you. And I'm sure you've all experienced that already. When we resist long enough, the universe is like, okay, I'm going to tear that from your grasp then so that you can actually see this path. And we can still resist and we can still go, no, thanks. I don't want everything that I've ever wanted. I don't want a fabulous life, universe. I'm going to stay in this rut that I'm in, right? I think so many people since COVID, all right, since we came out of that funk, right, out of that fog, I think for a while people were like, "Oh, this is cool and it's different and whatever," and then we're so addicted to being in a rut, to being in Groundhog Day, to creating lives that are the same over and over again, that we just keep doing it. But I think that this was a very short term. Like I feel like, okay, the universe was like, "All right, fine, let's see how long you can hold on to that." And it did not last very long. I think for a lot of people, everything has been shaken up in their lives, everything. And so we're experiencing so much change right now that it's like phenomenal. It is, it's really wrecking people, to be honest. It's wrecking people, but it's also, it's pushing you through phases so much faster than you would have gone through them. Merlin licking his ass is just confirmation of this, right? And so it's pushing you through these things so fast. Now, if you haven't noticed, everything's speeding up. Again, you might be in deep resistance, but if you're watching this, likely you're not in too much. But we do resist. We do resist, and it's okay. Don't beat yourself up for resisting. All you can do is all you can do, right? And so, yeah, the things change is coming. So I feel like it's like this is just indicative of the chaos you may be feeling, right? The overwhelm. There's just so much going on here. And typically these cards are really busy. Like, well, let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. Oh, I love it. Elhaz is at the bottom of the deck. Divine Might Foretold. Okay, so that's nice and simple, but that's simple compared to what a lot of these messages are. We'll look him up too. But it's so chaotic. It is absolute chaos with all the different animals. It's almost like it gives me a Noah's Ark kind of thing. Like if you imagine that day when so I know it wasn't a day, but let me have this story. If you imagine like one day where he was like trying to get all the pairs up onto the ark, like how chaotic that must have been. If you believe the story, it doesn't matter. It's just the energy of it, okay? And so what Pachamama's doing is she is channeling her inner angelic, her inner divine. I mean, we are all divine. She's really tuning into her heart and being the calm in the storm. Like you look, she's not freaking out. She even has a tiger headdress. I don't know how I missed that. Or a leopard headdress. How did I miss that? How did I miss that? It's right above her head. There's so much going on. And so she is remaining the calm in the chaos. And she's still thriving. It's not like she's not hiding. She's not hiding. She's not shutting down. She's not running. She is, I think my chair is sinking. As I'm sitting here, it just starts to sink. She is really owning this space where she is the calm in the storm. I love that. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Let's look at Elhaz because that's kind of cool. You know what is correct. You understand that any gain which comes from denying your values and compromising yourself creates a loss of soul. Absolutely. I think more and more this is coming to the surface for people. It's like, okay, where have I been? What have I been doing that has been chipping away at my soul? Now, in reality, whatever's real, right? Whatever that means. Our soul is perfect and beautiful all the time. We can't actually chip away at it. What we're chipping away at is our human experience, right? It's robbing us of a true human experience whenever we engage in activities that we know are not good for us, and then we keep doing it, right? There are times when it may seem as though people who act without integrity are obtaining benefit without negative repercussions. We all have seen people like that, right? It's like, why are they thriving when they're assholes, right? Life can seem unfair if you limit yourself to a strictly human perspective. Interesting, because I just said that. Robbing yourself of the human experience. Yet nothing escapes the attention of the spiritual worlds. Restorative action and balancing fairness is always in action at a higher level, according to divine timing and wisdom. Stay true to your integrity. Put your faith in divine justice, and you will win in a way that brings benefit to many. So, no matter what you see other people doing and they're succeeding, and why can't you do that? Please, 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 really. And this is really beautiful too, because it's also speaking to stay in your heart. Stay in your heart. Your heart will never lead you astray. Your heart is not going to let you do anything that will chip away at your soul. Your heart will never allow anything that is less than divine as long as you are following it. Now, you can choose to ignore it, and it'll hurt. It'll hurt in some way. The people that we see thriving and they seem to be doing well, they are in pain in some way. I promise you. I promise you. There is something that is misaligned in their life, and it is bigger than you think. Okay. And the thing is what is the message? Stop worrying about what they're doing. Stop worrying about what they're doing. Stay in your heart, act from your heart, be the calm in the storm, stay in integrity. You know what is right. I mean, this is a beautiful image to this stag. Don't let yourself down with behavior or attitudes that are unworthy of you. Abso-fucking-lutely. Like, we are divine beings and we are evolving. And to still engage in anything that is not in integrity is only going to make it more painful when all of these things go away, because we're starting to create a world that works for everybody. We're creating a world. Where'd it go? I know something was off. I'm like, that's folded up. We are creating a world where where it is going to be heart centered. We are literally shifting our consciousness. Okay, this is why we've been going through all this survival healing of our survival instincts. And oh gosh, we're not going to survive, right? Mass extinction, right? The last 5 years, whatever. That's what a lot of people were, the space they were in. We are raising our consciousness from the lower three chakras, which are the root, the sacral, and the solar, up into the heart. And so it makes sense that then anything that we were still holding on to in those lower three, which are all about survival, okay? I mean, it's basic needs, it's basic survival in the root. It is it's like greed and gluttony in the sacral, and it's ego in the solar, right? I mean, that's simplified, but essentially all these things we're raising to a new level. We're not letting go of them completely. We're not going to not worry about our survival ever. Like we're not going to just, stop eating and stop taking care of ourselves. But it's going to be more of an aligned action type thing versus a I have to eat or I'm going to die. I have to have shelter or I'm going to die. It's going to be more like, oh, I'm engaging in, nourishing my body, and it's a beautiful thing, right? It's divine. Instead of, oh my God, where's the food? Right? We're not living in that time anymore, right? Food is abundant, even though it's really friggin' expensive right now. It's still abundant. You have divinity within you and a right to be in the world with dignity, grace, and integrity, whether in a small matter of apparent insignificance to anyone other than yourself, or in big matters where you feel your soul and perhaps the souls of others are on the line. Integrity will be your saving grace. So if you're involved in anything where there are people acting not in integrity in this group or in this activity or in this space, you are going to be pulled down by it. Okay, you have to speak up or you have to remove yourself from that situation. That's what's going on right now. So stay in your heart. I know it's chaotic, and it could even be chaotic, like, there's a lot of monkey mind stuff going on. That's ego, okay? Ego is directly connected to the mind, not the third eye, but the brain, right? The lizard brain, as we call it, that is full of intrusive thoughts and the to-do lists and the beating yourself up with the inner monologue, like all these things are in the brain, right? And the overwhelm. And so it's all coming from the solar, it's all coming from the ego, where we used to live. We used to live in the ego. We used to let the ego run the show. The ego is like letting the ego run the show is like putting the 3-year-old in the driver's seat and saying, okay, get us to grandma's. Don't fuck it up, right? And then being really mad at it when they don't know what to do. The ego took charge and it had no idea what to do. It doesn't belong in charge. It doesn't belong in charge. It's just the ego. It's not the self. Okay, it's not the soul, it's not the heart-based being having the human experience right now. So we have to have talks with our ego and go, okay, enough. You're not the boss. You're not the boss. Like talk to it like it's a 3-year-old. You sit in the corner. You can be here, but you don't get a say. You don't make any decisions. You can be in the room, but you're not in charge. So that's what's going on right now with this energy. And I'm recording this on 513. So 514 is this portal. And I mean, is it a portal? Everything's a portal, you guys. We're just going through one portal after another. And it just doesn't end. The point is not to look forward to when the energy gets better, but to grow and expand so that the energy shifts don't affect you as much. And you go, oh, there's another one. Nope, there's another one. It's like the difference of, making a sharp turn and everybody feeling the G forces or gently turning. Like you're still turning, you're still making the shift, but you're not being dragged around it at warp speed because you don't know where you're going and because it's all these crazy things. So be the calm in the storm, stay in your heart, stay in integrity. These messages go together really well. And let the chaos happen. Let the chaos happen outside of you. Think of it, everything that's going on outside of you is the animal kingdom, and you have no control over it. You have no control over it. You just have to let the animals be animals, and they're going to do what they're going to do. And if you get pulled down by it, then remove yourself. If speaking up isn't the answer, if that doesn't fix anything, then it's time to remove yourself from the situation or from the place or from the job or from the relationship or from, whatever it is. If it is chaos, and it is even, and you can become the calm in the storm and it continues to be chaos, then likely it's not for you. Okay, you have to remove yourself. And integrity is huge. I do believe we're shedding a lot of things that pulled us out of 100% integrity. Like we justified things, we explained our way out of things, right? Like, or into things. Like we just talked ourselves into things. Um, that weren't completely in integrity in order to, it was survival, right? And that's what we're shedding right now. That's what we're raising the consciousness of it, of our survival instincts. We're raising all of that. So those are your messages for this mid-May portal. I just made it up. Is it a portal? Sure. All right. Enjoy, and I will see you next time.